And a very pleasant good evening to you, and welcome to high school sports on 95 and 96.1 The Rock. Welcome to Laconia High School in Rosendale as high school basketball is on the radio tonight. As you see on the video screen right here, the JV game is wrapping up in the next 90 seconds or so. Laconia is trailing Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs 50-33 on your scoreboard as we'll gear up for the varsity contest coming up here in just a couple of moments. Nick Rusch and Sam Olson, the Fond du Lac reporter, he'll join us here in just a couple of moments. You are tuned in to the Holiday Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac pregame show here on 95 and 96.1 The Rock and video streamed at radioplusinfo.com. Sam, it is going to be a pretty good matchup here tonight. At least that's what the announcers hope for, the fans hope for here today, and of course the players hope for that too.
Right, two top 10 teams in D4. Both are expecting to contend for the flyweight title, and both are undefeated in flyweight action so far to this point, both 4-0. So I think it's looking like a pretty good game, and hopefully it ends up being that way.
Laconia ranked number 4 in the state in Division 4. They sport a 9-0 undefeated mark. The Ledgers are ranked number 10. They broke into that top 10 ranking this week. They have their mark at 8-2. The Ledgers riding a 5-game winning streak. Some non-conference wins for the Ledgers, and had an opportunity to sit down with both head coaches coming up here. We'll get to those interviews here in the pregame show, and plenty more analysis on the way as we are bringing you high school basketball tonight from Rosendale at Laconia High School. Springs and Laconia next on 95 and 96.1 The Rock.
I'm going to get this underneath your mouse or whatever.
Robbie, take a total of 2 minutes. Take a total of...
Stop! With that box, you'll be the first to win PlayStation VR. Player 1. Soon, it spreads like wildfire. Humanity becomes so plugged in, we never see them coming. That's why I was sent back to stop you.
Oh, hey, I won.
Right.
The future of gaming starts at Taco Bell. Grab any $5 box and you could be one of the first to win PlayStation VR.
At the Agnesian Health Shop, find all your home medical and respiratory...
From Rosendale and from Laconia High School, getting set for this flyweight conference tilt between the Ledgers and the Spartans. As we mentioned before, both teams, Sam, ranked in the top 10 in the state in Division 4. should be a good game on paper. If you take a look at these two teams, they're pretty evenly matched in the statistical category.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Springs is a much more balanced team than Laconia. Springs has, a bunch of players that, average, 8, 9, 10 points. Blake Bauer, I think, leads them with 13. But Laconia, you got the duo there of Drew Gunnick and Jalen Mahone, who are averaging 18.7, and Mahone's at about 16.4. So it's going to be very interesting to see if Springs gets their outside game going. They certainly have a shot. But Laconia is just solid on both ends of the floor, so it's going to be a really good matchup.
Gonna ask tempo. Both teams like to establish that tempo. Springs has been traditionally a team that can dribble, drive, penetrate, kick out, spot up, hit a tray. They can push tempo. They can press. They can do those types of things. And Laconia, it's very difficult to play in this gym.
Right.
At home.
Right. Now, I mean, this is a great atmosphere, especially when this place gets packed, which I anticipate it will be tonight. So it's definitely gonna be a tough test for Springs. But Laconia, this might be the best team they've faced to this point. Now, obviously, that game against Waupun earlier this week was postponed, so that would have been the best team they had faced. But this is definitely gonna be a big test for them, certainly in their home gym.
Noticed a couple of Waupun scouts here tonight for the game coming up next week. Waupun plays at Berlin tonight.
Right.
The boys team does, but I noticed a couple of faithful from the town sneaking over here to Rosendale to check out that team. So we'll get reports from the Waupun Berlin matchup as well. But statistically speaking, Laconia 65.7 a game. Springs 65.6 a game. You can't get much better than that.
No, that's about as good as it gets in terms of a matchup.
We're going to take a break here. This is your Holiday Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac pregame show. It's on 95 and 96.1 The Rock. We'll come back and talk with both head coaches, Tom King for Laconia, Kyle Krieger for Springs, next on 95 and 96.1 The Rock, and video streamed at radioplusinfo.com.
The Agnesian Health Shop. Find all your home medical and respiratory needs under one roof. Women's health, mom and baby products, mobility devices, specialty items, and a full line of Dr. Comfort diabetic shoes for men and women. Our respiratory and sleep services offer both home oxygen and products for those diagnosed with sleep apnea. And the friendliest associates will help you select just the products you need and assist you with billing questions. Visit us at our new location, 307 Camelot Drive in Fond du Lac. Agnesian Healthcare. You're never far from good health.
To feel good about your smile and your dentist, visit Sorauer Dental. They are dedicated to personalized dental care. So for your family dental needs, visit Dr. Todd Sorauer at 845 South Main Street in Fond du Lac.
At Summit Automotive, we treat you like family.
We're right here off Highway 41 in Fond du Lac.
And we have one of the largest selections of vehicles.
That's right, over 400 to choose from.
At Summit Automotive.
New Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Rams.
And one of the largest used car and truck selections.
That means you can drive one home today.
We'll give you our best deals.
Our best service.
Our best value.
You have our word on it.
Hablamos español.
Come see us. We'll go
the extra mile for you.
At Summit Automotive, Fond du Lac.
So you're ready for a new TV.
Welcome back into the pregame show on 95 and 96.1 The Rock, and video stream tonight from Rosendale at radioplusinfo.com. Big conference game, the Ledgers and Spartans getting set to hook things up here. Kyle Krieger, the head coach of the Ledgers. Good to see you again, Kyle.
Okay, good to see you, Nick.
A week ago, got a non-conference win. You've strung together 5 consecutive wins. You know, that Lamira game in there that we did.
the better team hopefully wins tonight. Who knows who that's going to be? But you don't want to say, well, we didn't give it our best shot. So, that's all we're trying to do.
Kyle, any injuries tonight for the Ledgers?
No, we're good. Knock on wood again. We're as healthy as any team around. Just the typical basketball season soreness, but no injuries.
Kyle, thank you. Best of luck.
All right, thank you.
Kyle Krieger, head coach of the Ledgers. More after this. We're video streaming this game from Rosendale tonight at RadioPlusInfo.com. You can jump on your computer and watch the Ledgers and the Spartans, and Laconia Spartans hosting the Ledgers here tonight. Tom King, the head coach of Laconia. Tom, good to see you.
Nice seeing you.
Undefeated, the boys are 9-0 on the season. Had a pretty good run so far.
Yeah, we're doing all right. We're still trying to figure things out, though. I think like any coach this time of year, undefeated, but maybe not playing as good as I'd like. Just not consistent enough, not putting halves together, maybe not as good defensively as I'd like to see.
Had a nice win in there at Marquezan very early in the season. One at Shiocton, tough place to play as well there, and a couple of wins over the last week and a half or so, including a win over Lemira this past Friday. And you get the Ledgers here tonight. First go around with Springs. Here we go. Let's lace up the sneakers. Huh?
It is. It's also a great competitive game with Springs. They bring it. They have a lot of guys that play football and also good basketball players. But they bring some speed that we typically don't see. They're physical and they're well coached. So we're going to have our hands full tonight.
Over the last 4 or 5 years, it's been Laconia's tip of the cap. You split last year. Some of the same guys from last year's team coming back this year for Laconia.
Right. So we have a lot of seniors there, so we're going to lean on them. We do have a freshman starting tonight, Reed Gunnick, so it's another twist to the whole deal. But, I think these guys are up for the game, and it's, like I say, it's the proximity of the schools. It's always competitive.
Tom King, any injuries tonight?
No, we're healthy. We're good to go. So
thank you. Best of luck.
Okay, thanks a lot, Al.
Tom King with us, head coach of Laconia. More after this. Nick Rusch and Sam Olson set to bring you boys basketball action tonight on 95 and 96.1 The Rock, and we are video streaming this game as well at RadioPlusInfo.com. Glad you're with us here tonight as our Holiday Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac pregame show continues. Your keys to today's game and your coach's smile, presented by Sam Olson and by Dr. Sorauer Dental. All your family dental needs, visit Dr. Sorauer, 845 South Main Street, next to Gillies in Fond du Lac. And Sam, some keys to tonight's game. Give me one key for each team tonight.
Sure. For Springs, I think they're a team that has a lot of shooters. So if they can get hot from three-point range, hot from long range, I think that really gives them a good shot to win. For Laconia, it's the duo of Drew Gunnick and Jalen Mahone. They really are one of the best duos in the conference, if not the area. So, if Laconia is going to have success, it's going to rely a lot on them. Not to say they don't have other players that can step up, but they do the heavy lifting.
The history behind these two teams, they split last year. Mahone chipped in at 23. Grotti had 21 Mahone and Grotti had 15 each last year, and the scoring last year in the games was pretty evenly distributed among the Springs players. Kurt Krieger had a pretty good game last year, but other than that, or Kurt Miller, I should say, had a pretty good game last year, but other than that, no real statistics stuck out, and this seems to be the case this year. The Ledgers, they can go deep on the bench. They can bring 9-10 guys in, where Laconia goes about 7 deep, sometimes 8.
Right. I mean, that's what makes Springs a dangerous team, is anyone that steps on the floor for them can score. I mean, you have a leading scorer in Blake Bauer, but I mean, he can go off for 15, but someone else can go off for 20. Cade Christensen or Zach Austin. I mean, anyone that really steps on the floor for Springs is a threat, which makes them a dangerous team and a difficult team to defend.
2013, 2014, Laconia swept Springs. 2012, Laconia swept them, including the sectional semis. Laconia would eventually go on to lose to Whitefish Bay Dominican in the sectional championship. Laconia was up in that ball game at the half, and they lost it. Whitefish Bay went on a pretty good run behind the legs and shooting and dunking of Diamond Stone, if you know that name.
Right, yeah. Not too many teams can match what Diamond Stone brings to the table.
He plays for Maryland, yeah. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, we'll find out what happens here tonight. Again, they split last year. Both of these two teams ranked in the top 10 in the state. Laconia is number 4. Springs number 10. Some pretty good ball clubs around this area, Sam, really. These two teams, yes, Ripon, number 1 team in Division 3. Waupun, number 6 team in Division 3. Marcus Anna's ranked in Division 4 as well.
Yeah, this area has good basketball. I mean, pretty much anywhere you turn, you're going to have a good team. I mean, Waupun and Ripon coming up in another week or so. That's going to be a huge matchup in the ECC. So it's some good basketball in this area. And then, of course, you count the FBA, who's got the top 2 teams in D1.
Yeah, very good. This is more of your Holiday Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac pregame show. It continues next on 95 and 96.1 The Rock.
So you're ready for a new TV. Nice. Are you thinking LED Smart TV Ultra HD 4K OLED Plasma Curved Screen 3D Energy Star Ultra Thin 240 Hz or Cloud? Should you choose a big screen, a bigger screen, or just plain huge? Well, at Silica, we make it easy. Save big on the amazing clarity of Ultra HD. Plus, pay no interest when paid in full within 12 months. So go bigger and better the easy way at Silica for your home. We speak TV.
RadioPlusInfo.com. Bauer Chiropractic and Bauer Physical Therapy has our injury report. We are all clear on that injury report. That's great to see. Your starting lineups from Baker Cheese on the way as your Holiday Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac pregame show continues next on 95 and 96.1 The Rock. Break for the anthem, Robbie.
A senior, number 4, Blake Bauer.
It's high school basketball on 95 and 96.1 The Rock, and we're video streaming this game as well at radioplusinfo.com. Your Baker Cheese, first string starting lineups. Baker Cheese, get yours today inside of the grocery store. Again, Baker Cheese. First up for Springs, we'll go with their starters first. 13.7 a game. He's a senior, 5'9" guard. Number 4, Blake Bauer. A 6'2" forward. He's a junior, averaging 6.5 a game. Clay Scheffner, number 5. Cade Christensen is number 10, 10.8 a game. A sophomore, 6'2" guard. Blake Ottery, number 12, the lone senior starter. Second senior starter, I should say, for the Ledgers there. 7.4 a game, 6'1" forward. And Gerard Stegbauer, 5.7 a game. He also is a senior, 6'1" senior again for the Ledgers. For the Laconia Spartans, the home team here today, they do start a freshman. He's in the backcourt, a 6'2" freshman, averaging 8 a game. Number 3, Reed Gunnick. His older brother, a 6'2" senior, 18.7 a game, leading scorer for Laconia. Number 2, Drew Gunnick. A 6' senior, 9 points a game. Number 1, Keegan Grotti. A 6'2" junior, 16.4 a game. Number 5, Jalen Mahone. And a 6'3" senior, averaging 5.1 a game. Number 20, Nate Zicker. So if you're scoring along at home, Laconia starts, Sam, 3 seniors on the roster here. They do start a freshman in there as well. The Gunnick brothers do start both for Tom King and company.
Right, they have 3 seniors who've all gotten some pretty good action. Jalen Mahone as a junior has obviously been playing since he was a freshman, so they're an experienced group.
Baker Cheese, our first string starting lineups. Thank you to Baker Cheese for sponsoring that segment. St. Mary Springs Academy's Kyle Krieger, 243 and 160 in his 18th year at the school. Tom King, 245 and 93. Keep those numbers in mind for your halftime trivia entertainment. That's a hint. Here we go. Blake Ottery is set to tip it up here for the Ledgers, and Nate Zickert inside of the big center circle for the Spartans. Tip goes Laconia's way, and they'll control. Drew Gunnick across the timeline with it. Laconia in their white jerseys, traveling to our left across your video screen, and Springs in their traveling in blue uniforms. And here's Mahone. We'll flip it over to Gunnick. Gunnick puts it on the deck and scoops it up, and now pivoting around, and he'll find Zickert. Zickert back up top to Mahone. Mahone goes left side, Grotti. Grotti hands off Mahone. Mahone setting a screen back, top of the key, a 3-bomb for Grotti, up and good. And Keegan Grotti scoring there for Laconia. 3-0 Spartans early going. Gerard Stegbauer picks up his dribble, and he'll go to Scheffner, back to Stegbauer. Stegbauer back, Scheffner now high on the right-hand side on the deck with it, flips it back up top of the key, now goes left-hand side. Bauer will try his way inside, got to work it back up top, goes left side now. And touching it is Christensen. Christensen putting up a 5-footer. Too hard, Sam, off the window.
He had a good look there. Just, as you said, too hard.
Mahone comes away with it now to the front court with it. Mahone will flip it over to Grotti. And Grotti crossover on Stegbauer. Works his way to Mahone. Mahone now pulls it up. Flip it. Fade it. No good. Rebound taken by Gerard Stegbauer. Pushes ahead to Blake Ottery. Or to Blake Bauer, I should say. Bauer hands it off. Scheffner back inside. Looks Ottery off the window, up and in. And Ottery scoring there, getting the Ledgers on the scoreboard on the other end. And there's Drew Gunnick. Posts it up down low and backs his way in and scores. 5-2 in favor of the home team. Stegbauer off of his foot. Sam kick. Here they go the other way. Here's Mahone. Mahone's going to go up and lay it in. Jalen Mahone for 2, and the Ledgers trail now 7-2 on your Ignesian Bone and Joint House scoreboard. There's Clay Scheffner. Nice touch on that, Sam, on the paint.
Back and forth. This is what basketball fans love to see.
Yep. Drew Gunnick is going to touch now for Laconia. He'll flip it over to Grotti. Grotti now goes inside the paint, throws it up over the top of Scheffner. Got it to go. And here come the Ledgers on the other attack. Blake Bauer flips it over to Christensen. Christensen goes up with the right hand, got the roll in. Christensen scoring 9-6. Oh. And somebody established some tempo here. They're just going up and chucking it up.
Less than 3 minutes in.
Yep. Mahone will touch now, and he'll go to Reed Gunnick, the freshman. Now will kick it back up top. Now looks to Grotti. Grotti now goes on the left-hand side to Gunnick. Gunnick pulls it up from the left elbow. Can't get that one to go. If you're listening into the broadcast here tonight, shoot me an email, nickr@wfdl.com. There's a shot on the way from Bauer, and that one's missed off the left-hand side of the rim. And there's going to be a foul. I think that's on Ottery. That's Ottery's first personal foul, and that's the team's first as well. Number 3 checks in for Springs. That'll be Mitch Wachner who comes in. We'll see Wachner come in. We'll see Gilgenbach from time to time. Peterson will step in. Josh Moll will come in too. So again, the Ledgers, they'll run about 10 deep. Controlling it now is Laconia's Gunnick. And Gunnick looking for Zickert, can't find, or looking for, Zickert can't find an open spot on the floor. Now gives it up to Mahone. Mahone now dribbles back between the 2 rings. Now looks to Gunnick on the left-hand side. Drew will pass it up, and now pass it back up top to Zickert. Zickert looks for Reed Gunnick. Gunnick inside Mahone. Mahone putting it up and under and can't get it to go. Too hard off the window. Getting it back is Reed Gunnick down low, and he got fouled on the way up by Stegbauer. And he's going to go to the free throw line, Sam.
Yeah, Laconia has kind of been able to do whatever they've wanted on offense so far. You saw Mahone there post up as a guard, which is pretty good asset to have as a guard.
At the free throw line. And Laconia's first free throw goes for the freshman. Reed Gunnick is a 60% free throw shooter. 9 of 15, make it 10 of 16 on the season. Josh Moll comes in for Springs here as Stegbauer will take a seat. But Reed Gunnick's first points of the ball game so far. Second one is on the way, and that one is good as well. And we have a timeout taken on the floor. Going to take a timeout with the teams, and we'll come back after this on 95 and 96.1 The Rock. Out of the timeout, Sam. 11-6 Spartans with the lead on your Ignatian Bone and Joan House scoreboard. Your thoughts 3.5 minutes in here?
It's been high flying. It's been competitive. It's really been exciting, just like we hoped coming into the game.
Zach Austin has checked in for the Ledgers. Again, Springs moving to our right. They're in the blue shirts and the blue shorts here on your video screen. Also for the Ledgers checking in is Josh Moll. As we mentioned, Austin putting it on the deck and throwing up a floater mid-post. Can't get it to go. And that one is taken by Zickert. Zickert with chest pass up ahead to Grotti. Grotti now, he's going to do some work and pass it over to Mahone. Mahone dumping it back inside to Grotti, goes off the glass and in. Grotti scoring there for the Spartans, 13-6, Sam. Off the screen comes Springs. Mitch Wachner will put it on the deck and hand it off to Cade Christensen. Christensen tries his way inside, gets it to go. Christensen scoring, he's got 4. Springs trailing 13-8. Ignatian Bone and Joint House scoreboard. Reed Gunnick, the freshman brother of Drew Gunnick. He passes it to his brother on the left-hand side. Now looks to Mahone. Mahone now on the deck, tries Austin off the baseline, up and in.
Really good move there by Jalen Mahone, and that forces a timeout here from Kyle Krieger.
15-8, and just like that, we go on a little run here for the Spartans. We'll keep things right here. Thank you to some of our sponsors in tonight's basketball game. We appreciate them. The National Bank of Waupun with locations in Waupun, Rosendale, Brandon, and Fairwater. Thank you to PT Tire and Service of Brandon and Redeker Dairy of Brandon. Thank you to those sponsors here tonight. And coverage in tonight's game from your Edward Jones financial advisor, Stan Sprader, Ben Berchi, Pam Tellefson, Steve Millen, Doug Shireman, and Jeff Wills of Fond du Lac. Nick Rusch, Sam Olson, email us where you're listening from. If you're watching tonight, I'd love to hear from you. Nick R at WFDL.com, NICKR at WFDL.com. Mentioned the 1/10 of a point difference in scoring average per game. Springs at 65.6 a game. Laconia 65.7 a game. It's been Spartans on a 7-point swing here, 15-8. Ledgers trail, tipped around, and goes off of Laconia. Springs basketball. What do the Ledgers have to do, Sam, to stop these Spartans or slow them down?
Right. I mean, Laconia has kind of been able to get into the paint off the drive almost at will at this point. So I would imagine Coach Krieger is going to try to prevent that in some way or form.
Wagner will touch it. Blake Bauer will try a tray bomb from the left wing. Can't get that one to fly. Mahone will whip it way ahead to Gunnick. Gunnick is going to go up and miss the layup. Ledgers get the defensive rebound. They're going to push it ahead. Blake Bauer now on the near side. Looks for Zach Austin. Austin ball fake, drives down the right side of the paint. Can't get it to go. A foul, though. And Austin is going to shooting foul. Nope. Underneath. Drew Gunnick's first personal foul. Amro, WLA split the flyaway last year at 10-2. Laconia and Springs, they both are tied on top of the flyaway right now. Both have aspirations of winning the conference. Ledgers just threw it away. That one squirts out of bounds. Turnover there for Springs. Laconia basketball. Zickert comes out, and Laconia's first substitution is Carter Grieve. But yeah, both these two teams, a lot of people picked them to win the flyaway. WLA up there as well as far as a favorite. Right. Drew Gunnick, the lefty, can't get it to go from the corner. And looks for Blake Bauer. Bauer throws up a shot, and it's called off with an offensive charge. You agree?
You know, I kind of see where they got it. Bauer definitely lowered his shoulder going in there. I've seen that both ways. That's just such a judgment call.
Yep. Yeah, Laconia and Springs each at 4-0. Spartans at 9-0. They're undefeated. The Ledgers at 8-2. WLA, Amro, both at 2-1 there. 2-2 for Amro, I should say. Lamira, Mayville, North Fond du Lac. That's how the flyaway shakes out. Drew Gunnick, a 3 from the corner. That one bangs off the back of the bracket. Audrey there to clear ahead for Austin on the defensive rebound. Austin will spot up right wing. Watch it go. Can't fly it. Rebound taken by Laconia. Come the Ledgers defensively. And they'll guard Gunnick. Gunnick to Mahone. Mahone off the screen from Gunnick. And that one's tipped around by Austin. Nearly gets it taken away, but they gather, collect. There's Grotti. Grotti now calls for a screen from Gunnick. He loses it out of bounds. And the Ledgers force a turnover with 11:24 left to go in the first half.
They're pretty clean first few minutes, few turnovers here, right, consecutively by both teams.
Back to action here as out of the turnover, here come the Ledgers. Ledgers on the offensive unit, traveling to our right. Blake Bauer will chest pass and leave it for Audrey. Audrey gets it tipped around. The pass was tipped and taken back by Gunnick. Gunnick now will pull it up, and he doubled it up. Turnover. And second consecutive turnover by Laconia. Talking with Tom King before the game. You heard of the pregame interview that, yeah, they're undefeated, but he thinks they can play better. He doesn't know who they are yet.
Right. I mean, I can see that. There have been a couple games where the score has been a little closer than I would have thought. So I can see where he thinks they can play a little better.
Clay Scheffner will chest pass and look for Blake Bauer. They go underneath. Rejected by Mahone. Audrey gets it back. Austin now will try it to the left-hand side. Austin gets it. Shot called off there, and he's going to go to the free throw line. But Mahone got up and batted that one away. Ledgers got it back, had another opportunity at it, and Zach Austin to the free throw line. Austin for Springs. Check some of his statistics here. Is a 67% free throw shooter and bangs the first one in. Gerard Stegbauer coming back in. And he'll get a second one here. 15-9, Ledgers trailing Spartans. That one's good, too, by Zach Austin. All right, 2 for 2 is Zach. 15-10, Ledgers trail the Spartans, and Drew Gunnick will chest pass here. Laconia's Luke Borgard is in. And Grieve will touch now, back up top to Gunnick. Reed hands off and looks right to Drew. Back over left side, Borgard, 3-bomb, got it! Borgard with a 3.
That was a
spot up.
Yeah, it was a sweet left-handed stroke from Borgard.
Yeah. There's Blake Bauer. Bauer will whip it over to Zach Austin on the deck with a double team. Gets it ripped away by Grotti, and the ball is loose. Bodies on the deck, and a timeout taken by Laconia. They get a timeout. Good job by Grieve to dive in there. Another player was in there as well for the white shirts, and they get the timeout, Sam.
Right. I mean, this has been a game that's kind of had a few turnovers here in the last few minutes. So Laconia's diving for the ball and getting possession. Now they have a chance to go in for a double-digit lead.
We will keep things right here. Coming up, your halftime report, an opportunity to score some free Taco Bell. Taco Bell with numerous locations around Fond du Lac. Catch this game live at the Press Box in Fond du Lac tonight. Can't make it during the game, no worries. They'll play it once again after it's over. The Press Box is home of all your volleyball, wiffle ball, and badminton leagues. Check out their Facebook page for more information on leagues and events. Also brought to you by Dr. Kathy Kelly Doyle and her team. They realize that teamwork is the key to success. From the team at Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry, call 907-1400. That's 907-1400. From the team at Dr. Kathy Kelly Doyle Dentistry. Again, let's rewind the tape for you. 18-10, the Ledgers trail the Spartans here in Rosendale. And both teams have had their turnovers. And both teams have tried to establish some tempo. And at some points of the basketball game, both teams are pretty hot shooting the ball, too.
Right, yeah. I mean, it's been a back-and-forth game for sure. Laconia has kind of gotten the better of it so far, 18-10 lead. But I don't anticipate Springs going away.
Laconia's got the basketball. They work in front of us up here just offset of the stands where we're broadcasting the game from. Gunnick is going to reach out and hand off to Grotti. Grotti gets it ripped away as he tries to drive inside the paint, taken by Bauer. Bauer goes to Scheffner. Scheffner over a double team, got it to go. There's Clay Scheffner. He's got 4. Scheffner and Christensen each have 4 for the Ledgers. 9:40 to go in half number 1. 18-12, Laconia. Grieve gets it to Gunnick after he bobbled for a moment, regathers. Man-to-man set here for the Ledgers on the defensive side. Borgard will go to Gunnick. Gunnick now up top, Grieve. Grieve now working his way, pivoting around, and he'll hand it off to Grotti. Grotti for Laconia will touch and go to Borgard. Borgard ball fake one way, goes the other way down to the corner, and Grieve. Grieve passes it now over to Gunnick. Gunnick now works his way inside, gets tangled, drives, kicks over to Grieve. Grieve, Borgard. Borgard back to Grotti. Good defense here by Springs. Got to deny that lane shot that they've gotten in there a couple of times. Right. Mahone has especially.
To start the game, they did.
Borgard, another 3-bomb. Can't get that one to go, and got a sweet-looking shot.
Yeah, he does.
Yep.
And he likes that left wing.
And they'll go to Zach Austin on the other end. Austin ran into a Laconia defender, and they call a defensive foul on the white shirts underneath the hoop. I think that was on Carter. Carter Greaves' second personal foul, the team's third. With 8:42 left to go, the Ledgers trail by 6, 18-12 on your Ignesian Bone and Joint Health scoreboard. And it's a difficult place to play. The place is packed here today as well. Some spots left, but not many. And Christensen goes back to Bauer. Bauer to Christensen, now back to Bauer. Blake will hand off now to Clay Scheffner, top of the key. Scheffner now goes over to Gerard Stegbauer inside, gets it tipped, and a foul called. I think that's on Mahone. Mahone got a little happy with his feet and maybe had a little too much contact there. It's on Jalen. I think that's second. Yep. First on him, fourth on the team. 8:26 to go in the first half. 18-12, Laconia with the lead. They go down low to Cade Christensen. Christensen's got 6 points. And it is 18-14. Mahone's got it now. He'll whip it over on the right side to Gunnick. Gunnick dribbling with the left hand, hands off to Carter Grieve. Grieve will try the right hand side, gets cut off on the baseline now, and gets back to Gunnick, and that one gets tipped out of bounds.
Ledger's defense has really tightened up since the start of this game. They're denying that drive to the lane. They're really, anytime they're getting in there, they're getting double teamed. It's pretty solid right now.
You can shoot us an email where you're listening from at Nick R at WFDL.com, NICKR at WFDL.com. Again, love to hear from you here tonight. Gunnick hands it off to Grieve. Grieve now back to Gunnick, top of the key. Christensen steps out on him for the Ledgers. Mahone will now touch on the right wing. Back to Borgart. Borgart over to Grieve. Stepping out on him is Springs, Josh Mall. There's a three. No good. Rebound taken. Mall got it tipped and lands it in the hands of Scheffner. That one nearly goes out of bounds in the right corner. Scheffner gets it back over to Bauer. Bauer spot up, and that one's no good. Rebound taken by Borgard. And here comes Laconia on the other end. Here's Jalen Mahone. Mahone will dump it over to Borgard. Back to Mahone. Mahone now has got it working from the free throw line. Dumps it down low, and Grieve will regather himself. He gets it taken away. And here come the Ledgers on the other end. Here's Clay Scheffner now. A bounce pass for Cade Christensen. Three! No good. Rebound taken by Grieve. Up ahead to Gunnick. Gunnick to Drew. Drew, Mahone called for it. Couldn't find a baseline. There's Drew up and under for a double team and the foul and the hoop and the harm. Good move.
That was a very good move by Drew. He kind of juked out a defender out on the three-point line, came in, drew the contact, and still finished.
Drew Gunnick has got 4 points, going for a free throw here tonight. Checking in now is number 3, Mitch Wagner, who comes in, and he'll come in for Scheffner. Grieve will take a seat, and Grotti comes back in. At the line again is Drew Gunnick. And Gunnick averaging 18.7 a game. He's first to Mahone, who averages just a couple of points less than him a game. Shot on the way, and that one's good from Drew. Gunnick with a three-point play, as athletic director Jeff Thomas explains on the PA. 21-14, Ledgers trail the Spartans. Ottery will pass it up to Bauer. Bauer looks to Christensen now on the right wing. They dump it down low and up and under, no good. But a bit too strong on that shot was Moll down low. And here's Gunnick. Gunnick passes it up to Mahone. Mahone pulling it up from the free throw line. Got it to bang in. Mahone's got 6. Good player. And there's the Ledgers working away from us. The biggest lead is 9. That belongs to Laconia right now. They work in the corner. Ledgers bringing it back up. They skip it across court to Blake Bauer. 3-bomb. Blake can't get it to go. Rebound taken by Gunnick. Gunnick goes ahead to Grotti. Grotti runs into a double team. Can't get it to go. They get it back. There's Mahone. 3-bomb. Got it. And there's a timeout on the court. The largest lead of the basketball game is 12, and that belongs to the Laconia Spartans. 26-14, a full timeout. We'll take it with them back after this on 95 and 96.1 The Rock.
Stop. With that box, you'll be the first to win PlayStation VR. Player 1. Soon, it spreads like wildfire. Humanity becomes so plugged in, we never see them coming. That's why I was sent back to stop you.
Oh, hey, I won.
Yes.
Right.
The future of gaming starts at Taco Bell. Grab any $5 box and you could be one of the first to win PlayStation VR.
At Summit Automotive, we treat you like family.
We're right here off Highway 41 in Fond du Lac.
And we have one of the largest selections of vehicles.
That's right, over 400 to choose from.
At Summit Automotive.
New Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Rams.
And one of the largest used car and truck selections.
That means you can drive one home today.
We'll give you our best deals.
Our best service.
Our best value.
You have our word on it.
Hablamos español.
Come see us. We'll go
The extra mile for you.
At Summit Automotive, Fond du Lac.
Back here at Laconia High School in Rosendale, 26-14, an 8-0 run for the Spartans, Sam.
Yeah, and it's been a combination of some good long-range shooting and some good defense on the other end, and Springs really hasn't been able to shoot well. They've gotten some success underneath, but nothing mid-range or even long-range.
Bauer is going to touch now, and he thought about the three and pulls it back for Gerard Stegbauer. Stegbauer hands it off, and he'll go to Mitch Wagner inside. And it stops the run and stops the bleeding. Well, Pond Boys up on Berlin big, 25-5. And the East Central Conference there, slapped away by Gerard Stegbauer underneath. And there's Bauer coming the other way with the basketball now. He'll pull it up to Gerard. Gerard tries it down the right side. That one's tipped and taken back by Grotti. Grotti looks to Mahone. Mahone pulls it back into a triple team, dumps it down low, but a foul call. Laconia has, in this, for a lot of their players, they have good, quick first moves.
Yeah, they really do. Yeah, pretty much anyone on their team can really drive to the basket and make a move. And they have quite a few good shooters too, so they're a dangerous team, no doubt.
They know where they're going with it. They have a purpose for what they're doing. When they're dribbling it or driving or even making a first move, they know what they're doing. Mahone down low. Double team's got to give it up and looks to Borgard. Borgard back to Grotti, back to Borgard. Now goes Gunnick up and under. Drew Gunnick got the roll in. And Gunnick's got 7. And another turnover.
I'm not sure what they just called there.
I looked down I thought they called a timeout, but timeout right there. Laconia's going to get it back. They try for an alley-oop and can't get that one to go. And here's Blake Bauer, the other end, working on Mahone. Blake throws it up off the glass and in. That's Blake Bauer. That's his first bucket of the ball game. 28-18, Springs trailing Laconia. Ignatian, Bone and Joint House scoreboard. Gunnick being worked on by Mitch. Borgard will touch now. Josh has him, top of the key. And there's Grotti. Grotti's got it between the rings. Now goes to the right side to Grieve. Down low inside to Gunnick, off the window and in. I've been saying that a lot here tonight, Drew Gunnick. And Drew has 9 so far in the basketball game. Under 4 to play in the first half. 3-bomb, no good. Off the end line, out of bounds. Laconia basketball.
Springs just, as I said before, they just really haven't gotten anything going from long range, and that's a strength of their team. I mean, they can sometimes hit 8, 10, 3-pointers a game. Not tonight so far.
Laconia has the ability to dump it on in a half. They scored 88 earlier this season. They've scored above 65 numerous times this season. 70 and 74 earlier this season, but they struggled a bit offensively since the flip of the calendar in 2017. Only scored 54 in a win over Kewaskum by 2, and a 1-point win at Howard's Grove last week Thursday, 51 points. So they've struggled as of late. Borgard now. Borgard for 3. Sam, he likes that left wing.
That's his spot.
That's a second 3-point basket of the basketball game. Springs will answer from downtown. That's Cade Christensen. And Christensen has got 9.
He's probably been Springs' most consistent offensive performer tonight so far.
Mahone on the deck with it, pulls it up from the free throw line. That one's tipped around the rebound. No good. By Blake Bauer the other way. Bauer will try to pass it inside for a cutting player. Can't get that one to connect. and a turnover, another one by Springs. Gunnick to Mahone on the right wing. Mahone looks for Carter Grieve. Grieve Borgard. Borgard pulling it back up and now pops out the screen to Scrotty. Back to Borgard, top of the key, a three, and that one rimmed out. That one was thinking about going in and spit out.
I still love his shot, though.
Yeah.
That's just a smooth stroke.
Yep. Zach Austin will control on the left wing. Austin to the near side, looks Ottery. Ottery off the screen, pops Christensen a three. That one went halfway down and spit out. But Bauer's there, or Ottery's there to clean it up. 33-23, Ledgers trail by 10. 2:10 left to go in the first half. Ignatian Bone and Joint House scoreboard. Mahone to Grieve, back to Mahone. They play catch here at the 2-minute warning of the first half. And there's Grotti. Grotti flips it to Mahone. Mahone on the near side, goes back to Grotti. Grotti goes far side to Gunnick. Drew on the deck with it, now looks to Mahone. Tom King calling for the play here. And there's Mahone, skips it across court to Gunnick. Gunnick off the shoe, pops to Grotti. Grotti back inside Gunnick, now looks it over to Borgard. Nobody stepped in front of him, and he buried it.
He's been deadly.
Nobody got in front of him, Sam. Didn't contest the shot, couldn't get there. A miss on the other end. Laconia's got the basketball back. And here comes Drew Gunnick with 1:15 left to play. It is a 13-point cushion for these Spartans on your Ignatian Bone and Joint House scoreboard. Grotti now will touch it, throw it to no man's land. Zach Austin for the Ledgers the other way with it. There's Zach off the window, up and in. Zach Austin scoring. He's got 4 in the basketball game. 52 seconds left to play. 11-point lead for the home team. Grotti will touch now. Ball fake one way. Go to Mahone on the left, the right wing, I should say. Mahone picking up and throwing it to Grieve. Grieve back to Mahone. They exchange. Mahone on the right wing, and Tom King might call for one last play here.
Yeah, I got about 30 seconds to burn here.
And they're going to play a little keep away here, and they're going to back it up. Grotti will touch and flip it over to Gunnick. Gunnick looks to Mahone, top of the key. 18 seconds left to play. And there's Jalen Mahone. Mahone looks to Drew Gunnick with 12 seconds. Final play of the half coming up here. There's Drew Gunnick, kicks it. Mahone, wide open three, no good. Rebound taken by Christensen. There's Cade. Cade with 2 seconds left to play. Cade looks, three, got it to go, Scheffner. Clay Scheffner scoring at the horn. And the Ledgers get it back within single digits, Sam, at the half, 36-28.
Yeah, that could prove to be a pretty big shot, that three-pointer at the buzzer from Scheffner. Gets it down to 8, gives the Ledgers a bit of momentum heading into halftime. They got to feel pretty good being down only 8 points after getting outplayed for the large part of the second half of the first half.
Let's take a timeout and come back with more. This is your halftime report on 95 and 96.1 The Rock, sponsored by Badger Tire.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the third grade boys on YBC. In the green team, number 11, Austin Keating, Chase Gazelle. Number 20, Elliot Muller. Number 32, Tyler Elzar. 52, Owen Larson. 35, Wyatt Dutton. 41, Mason Lukey. And number 22, Matt Gillette. Your white team, number 5, Owen Leonard. Number 31, David Nix. Number 43, Beckett Weisgerber. Number 44, Cash Farrell. Number 45, Jack Rance. Number 53, Dylan Boyd.
center. So they have some life heading into the second half, certainly. And if they get hot from long range, which they really haven't been in the first half, they're definitely not out of it. But Laconia is a good team. I mean, Mahone's got quite a few. Gunning's been shooting well. You got Borgard just on fire from long range. So setting up to be a pretty good second half.
Laconia, again, up by 8 points. The lead was as many as 13 for Laconia in the ball game. The Lamira game that Springs played a couple weeks ago, it was 26-24 at the half. Springs, this will tell you how good of a shooting team they are. Springs went on a 21-3 run.
Yeah.
To start the second half.
Right, yeah.
So they can get back in it.
Right, no, they certainly can. I was at that game as well, and, I mean, they shot very well that game. Now, I think Laconia is a notch or two ahead of Lamira in terms of overall team play and defense, but no, certainly Springs is not out of this by any means. But they have to play well to start the second half. I mean, they can't give up any 8-0, 10-0 runs, which they did give up in the first half.
Let's ask your trivia question here from Taco Bell. Thank you to Taco Bell for sponsoring our trivia. And you have a chance to win a couple of free tacos and that meal from Taco Bell. Locations in Fond du Lac, on East Johnson Street, on West Johnson Street as well. Here's our trivia question. Between the two coaches, who has more career varsity wins? Between the two coaches, Tom King and Kyle Krieger. Tom King's been here 15 years. Kyle Krieger's been here 18 years. However, who has the most wins? Those two varsity coaches. 920-929-9600. 920-929-9600. A chance to win some Taco Bell trivia here tonight. We'll take a time out, take your calls, and come back to Rosendale after this on 95 and 96.1 The Rock. Laconia 36 and Springs 28 on your Ignition Bone and Joint House scoreboard. We do have a winner in our Taco Bell trivia. It is Rose Rademan of Brandon. Rose, listening in tonight or viewing the game, thank you so much. And the halftime trivia question that Sam came up with, name, between the two schools, name the coach that has the most career varsity wins at the school. Tom King has been there here in Laconia 15 years. Kyle Krieger has been at the school for 18 years. And the answer, Sam?
If I remember correctly from the pregame show, it would be Tom King.
Tom King would be the correct answer. Yeah, Kyle Krieger has 243 career varsity wins at Springs in the boys basketball program. Tom King, 245 career wins in 15 years. So again, that's a two-win swing. Tom got him by two wins there. So again, that's your trivia question. Congratulations to Rose. She can stop on by, pick up some tacos at the radio station. Wapana's up big over Berlin, and that is still in the first half of play. Starters back on the floor for both schools. Bauer, Scheffner, Christensen, Ottery, Stagbauer for Springs. Laconia, Grotti, Gunnick, Mahone, and Zicker. Laconia will go on defense to begin the second half of play. Up by 8 points. Springs moving to our right now across your video feed and radio dial to begin the second half of play. What are some keys, Sam, to the second half, do you think?
Here we go. Here's a long ball.
All right.
I was going to say, I think Springs needs to get the long-range shooting, the three-point shooting going a little bit more, which they obviously did in the first half. And Laconia, I just think they need to kind of weather whatever storm Springs brings because they're playing pretty well.
Mahone, that's a long two, and that one doesn't go wide. Excuse me, for Laconia. Come the Ledgers with the basketball now, and there's a shot by Cade Christensen, up and good. Your leading scorers for Springs, Christensen with 11. He had 9 in the first half. 4 apiece for Ottery, Austin. Wagner Bauer had 2 apiece. Clay Scheffner chipped in 7 for Laconia. 9 apiece for Mahone and for Luke Borgard. 3 bombs in the first half for Luke there. 7 for Keegan Grotti, 9 for Gunnick, and 2 for Reed Gunnick as well. Zickert's shot doesn't go. Rebound taken by the Ledgers. They'll push tempo the other way. There's Blake Bauer to Cade Christensen now. Christensen backs up, scoops up his dribble, and goes to Stagbauer. Scheffner now will touch over to Christensen, back to Bauer. Left side to Stagbauer, tries the baseline, runs into a Zickert, and Zickert got a foul on him. Springs doing a nice job of creating something there and drawing some contact, and the foul against him. Bauer to inbound. They get it in to Gerard Stagbauer. Loses his balance, flips it to Bauer. Bauer to Scheffner, back to Bauer. Long 3 over Grotti. Can't get that one to go. And Zickert's there to clear ahead to Mahone.
And Bauer's usually a pretty good shooter. He's just he's not feeling it tonight.
Yep. A little bit off tonight for the Ledgers there. There's Grotti. Gunnick tries the baseline on the near side. Gets cut off. Tipped around, out of bounds. Off of Laconia. Springs ball. This is 96.1 FM, WTCX, Ripon, Fond du Lac, Oshkosh, and W236 AG FM, Fond du Lac. Down low to Ottery. Ottery goes back up top. Christensen now goes to Scheffner inside, works his way in the paint over the top of Mahone, got the roll in.
Really a nice move from Clay there, showing his athleticism.
Clay Scheffner, if you remember, he's a good football player too. There's Drew Gunnick, and he'll answer on the other end, Sam. Back and forth we go. The lead is 6 for Laconia. Scheffner will back up, and he'll go up top to Gerard Stagbauer. Back to Bauer. Bauer inside the paint, pulls the pivot foot up. Can't get it to go, but he's fouled. And Blake is going to go to the free throw line here for the Ledgers. Grotti got a call on him. Dr. Kathy Kelly Doyle and her team realized that teamwork is the key to success. From the team at Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry, 907-1400. 907-1400. Bauer's first shot is too hard. Coverage in tonight's game also brought to you in part by your Edward Jones financial advisors, Dan Sprader, Ben Berchi, Pam Tellefson, Steve Millen, Doug Shireman, Jeff Wills of Fond du Lac. 6 talented agents to help and assist you. Second one's on the way from Bauer, and that one is good. 1 of 2 goes Blake from the free throw line. Blake's got 3. Drew Gunnick has got Mahone to the left wing. Mahone on the deck with it. A dribble pickup now over to a Borgard who comes in. Borgard hands off to Gunnick, the freshman. Back to Drew, his brother. The older brother there. Mahone will touch it now back up near the center circle. Whips it over to Borgard. Borgard on the deck with it back to Mahone. Mahone will feed Grotti on the far side. Grotti looking around and feeds back to Mahone. Mahone now whips it over to Gunnick near side wing. Gunnick on the deck with it, left-hand dribble, and flips it over to the other Gunnick. Back to Gunnick. It's a Gunnick party.
Yeah, it is a Gunnick party.
Yeah. There's Mahone over the top of Bauer. Nope, but a foul. Blake got him on the arm on the way up, and Mahone's going to go to the line. Jalen Mahone at the free throw line. He has not attempted a free throw yet tonight. But I will look for you, and we will find out together, Sam, that he's a 91% free throw shooter. And he'll prove it right there and connect on the first.
Seeing that percentage in the high school level, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Second one by Mahone. Got it to go. And, yeah, pretty talented player is Jalen Mahone. And, yes, he's just a junior.
Yeah.
Another year left here at Laconia. Look at a zone look on D here. Try to slow this shooting team down. There's Christensen, 3. No good. Tipped around. Springs gets it back. Bauer pulls it down. He traveled with it. Took too many steps. Key to a zone, Sam, is the skip pass. You start it one way, you skip it all. You try to make that defense tired.
Right.
Try to take some time off the clock and find a good shot.
And I think they might be trying to maybe prevent the inside drive and make them shoot a little bit from the outside because they haven't been able to make it.
Borgard whips it to Gunnick, back to Borgard. It's got it near side. And over to Grotti. Grotti back to Gunnick. Mahone. Austin steps out on him. Back to Gunnick now. Grotti's got it with 4 minutes into the second half. It's a 7-point cushion for the home team. Gunnick's got the basketball now, whips it Mahone, top of the key. Mahone now looks over to Grotti. Grotti now will touch, putting it on the deck, and now flip it back up top to Gunnick. Gunnick now back to Borgard. Borgard now pops the screen, does Mahone over the top of Austin, trying to work on him. Can't find any separations. Got to give it up to Grotti. 13:30 left to go in the second half. Borgard's got the basketball pivoting around. He's got Christensen working on him at the top of the key. And now finds Grotti. Grotti directing traffic and players around. Mahone will pop his way through a double team, and he got fouled. Patience there by Laconia to try to find a shot.
Exactly, and they drew a foul, so in some ways it's a success.
Get that basketball back. That was a foul on Scheffner for the Ledgers. That was his first, the second as a team. Gunnick now will work his way inside, flip it over to Borgard. Got the hot hand. Luke Borgard. He's got 11. Clay Scheffner now with the basketball. Scheffner now feeds Christensen, who cannot control it, goes out of bounds. Wasn't a lot of separation there between Christensen and the end line and the baseline. 42-33. The lead was at 1.6 here in the second half. It's pushed back up to 9. With an opportunity to extend it to double digits. Mahone has it now, and he'll feed Grotti. Grotti back to Mahone. Mahone, Austin working on him. A chest pass to the near side wing for Grotti. Grotti back to Gunnick. And Gunnick will go to Reed, his younger brother. Back up top, Mahone. Mahone threading the needle up and under. No, but a foul. Like I said, that quick first move.
Yep.
And he found a way to sneak inside of a double team there and goes to the line.
Yeah, looks almost physically impossible to kind of scored in between there, but he found a way and drew the contact.
Mahone's at the free throw line, and he'll get that one to roll in. Josh Mall coming back in for the Ledgers. Yeah, they split last year. Laconia and Springs did. And the win by the Ledgers last year snapped a 7-game losing streak to Laconia.
And that had to feel good. They're obviously a big rival.
Shot on the way. Good move by Christensen to get it to go. And Christensen gets the basket to count there. A 44-35 ball game. Beauregard's got the basketball now. And he'll go to Guttick, over to Mahone. Mahone got fouled again. He made those free throws the last time.
He
right?
did.
Both
he was
of them?
2 for 2. Yep.
Okay. I was checking my stat sheet. Gonna mark that here. Lemira hosting Lemira at North Fond du Lac tonight. Wyowega, Fremont, and Omro non-conference play there. And Springs and Laconia, of course. Not a lot of games tonight. Waupun playing Berlin. They're up by a small village right now. Mahone at the line again. Nope. We jinxed him when we said that 91% statistic a couple minutes ago.
I believe he's 5 for 6 now, so
yeah.
paltry 83%.
Uh-huh. Is that off the cuff? That's pretty good, Sam.
I know my math.
That's pretty Wow. Foul on the court. And Reed Gunnick get hit with his first personal foul. That will put Ledgers at the free throw line. And that one is no good. Mitch is too hard. Mitch has a couple of points here tonight. He's a 52% free throw shooter, so we should make it. He doesn't. Drew Gunnick with the rebound for Laconia. 45-35, double-digit 10-point swing for the Spartans on their home court here in Rosendale. Mahone is going to touch now, and he'll bounce it off of his shoe, and that's going to be over and back. And that'll be a turnover. Rare turnover for Mahone, and Laconia just went off of his shoe in the backcourt. 11:23 left to play in this one. 45-35 in favor of the Spartans. But, Laconia had Springs' number for a long time. Beat him in the sectional semis. That'll be a foul on Josh Moll. And Laconia would go on to lose to Whitefish Bay Dominican. That was, 4 or 5 years ago? Laconia was up at the half. Whitefish Bay Dominican. And Diamond Stone played for them. And came Bears. Drew Gunnick on the baseline. Got it to go. Came back and eventually won state. I think they have 4 consecutive wins at the state level.
I think it's actually 5 now.
5, yep. It will be very difficult for them to get back. They're 4-7, Whitefish Bay Dominican is, by the way. That's a record right now. Not ranked in the top 10. There'll be a traveling call as Ledgers can't find any rhythm offensively to find a shot. Yeah, like I said, some pretty good basketball around this area. Ripon, number 1 team in the state Division 3. Waupun, number 6, Division 3. Those two teams will hook up pretty soon.
Yep.
Mahone will flip it over to Beauregard. Beauregard now looks over to Grotti. Grotti can't get the shot to fall there. Fouled down low. And that will stay with Laconia. Springs fans shaking their heads right now. But, again, this Laconia team ranked number 4 in the state. They're undefeated at 9-0. And they're going to inbound. These two teams will hook up again on the 17th of February. That'll be in Fond du Lac for the return bout.
Which could end up going a long way towards deciding the conference title at that point.
Yep. 10:25 to play. Laconia is up by 12 on your Ignesian Bone and Joint Health scoreboard. Grotti has it now. Borgart spot up three. No good. Rebound taken by Clay Scheffner. Scheffner will pull it back now for the Ledgers. There's Cade Christensen, bangs out. And Mahone clears ahead. The rebound looks up ahead for Grotti. When Laconia wants to run, they can.
Yep.
Drew Gunnick from the far side wing. Borgart will touch now for the white shirts. He'll pull it down and look to Reed Gunnick. Back to Grotti. Grotti now on the right side. Feeds Drew inside. Dumps it down low to Reed. Reed spinning his way low block. No. Foul is called, though. You a fan, Sam, of these two 18-minute halves?
I like it, actually. It kind of prevents the stall, the 4 stalls you get at the end of each quarter. I kind of like the flow of it. Gives you 4 extra minutes of game time. I'm a fan of it.
First one's on the way from Reed. It is up and good. Reed Gunnick, only points tonight so far have been from the charity stripe. And a timeout taken on the floor. We're going to take a timeout with them. Be back after this. This is high school basketball on 95 and 96.1 The Rock. Nick Rusch, Sam Olson from Fond du Lac Reporter back with you on 95 and 96.1 The Rock, and video streamed as well at radioplusinfo.com. Love to hear from you if you are listening into the broadcast here tonight or watching it via video stream. You can shoot me an email. It's nickr@wfdl.com. And Reed Gunnick to shoot his second free throw. That one's good. Got a nice audience tonight on the video stream. We appreciate that. Have a Springs hockey game on Saturday afternoon. They take on U School.
Big game for Springs hockey.
Blue line. Cade Christensen, too hard. Gerard Stegbauer for the clear ahead rebound. Looks to Scheffner. Scheffner back Ottery. Back to Clay. Clay goes up and under with the left hand. Got it to go. The foul is called. The harm of the foul.
They kind of needed that. I mean, they're down 14 now. They need to start turning up the heat a little bit. Otherwise it's going to probably get away from them. So they needed that potential three-point play here.
Springs gives up about 60 a game. Scheffner in for the three-point play, and he's got 12 tonight. Laconia gives up about 51 a game on the defensive side. Mahone, Reed, Gunnick, long-range shot, no. Rebound, Clay Scheffner, 9 to play. And that one slapped around. Ledgers get it back, though. Gerard Stegbauer whips it over to Christensen on the deck with it. Cade into the lane, throws up a shot, no. Rebound taken by Reed Gunnick. Gunnick goes ahead to Grotti, to Drew Gunnick now, far side, left extended. And there's Drew. Drew flips it. Grotti with Clay Scheffner in his face, buries it. Scheffner was right there, Sam, right in his grill for a contested three, but still got it to fall.
Yep.
Foul is called on the floor. And that will be the second personal foul on Laconia's Reed Gunnick. And that will be the fifth as a team for Laconia. 8:30 left to play. And Mahone is there to intercept it and take the basketball away off the inbound pass, and Kyle Krieger just looks down. Mahone up and under with the layup. Got it to go. Sweet move. Jeff Thomas gets a little excited over there in the
He does. I like it.
I think it's good, too. Always very accommodating here at Laconia. Talked with Jeff earlier today. Shot on the way, the hoop, the harm, and the foul. As Blake Ottery is going to go to the free throw line. Yeah, very accommodating here, very nice. You enjoy the setup because you're right there.
Yeah.
Fans are right on the court. Not on the court, they'd be in the way.
There we go.
But they're just off
very close to the action.
The edges of the court here. And we're set up amongst the fans as well, right inside. Here we go. And that one does not go by Ottery. And with under 8 to play, 54-40, it's a 14-point Springs deficit. And turnover there, and the Ledgers will inbound the basketball. Zach Austin checks back in. Josh Mall checks back in as well. And Scheffner is going to take a seat. The lead has been as many as 14, which is what it's at right now. Zach Austin will pull it down to Gerard Stegbauer with Mahone working on him. Tipped off a Grieve, out of bounds. Ledgers basketball. Gets to be the long days of winter. You can look forward to going to a basketball game at night, seeing some good teams play. It's been the case tonight. And I don't think Springs has ever led.
I don't. I would have to look back. I don't.
I mean,
I believe you're right.
If they did, it was very early.
No, you're right. Laconia took a 3-0 lead, 3-2. Yep, it's been Laconia since the opening score.
54-40, 14-point cushion for Spartans. Mitch Wagner has it now, and he'll feed Josh Mole with it now. Zach Austin touches it, top of the key. Now goes to Cade Christensen. Christensen back to Austin. Austin whips it over to Gerard Stegbauer, over to Mitch Wagner. Wagner now inside, gathers, got fouled. They got him on the arm. It was either Gunnick or Grotti. See who they get. They're going to get Grotti. Right on the arm there. And that'll put him at the free throw line for a 1-and-1 bonus. They go into the bonus. Here we go. First one doesn't go. Can't earn the second. But Springs retains possession and gets the basketball back. Austin to inbound. Laconia, WLA, Springs all projected to be at the top of the Wisconsin Flyweight Conference. And there's Zach Austin. Austin scoring, and he's got 6. Would you pick Laconia to win it right now?
I would say they're the favorite right now. These were probably the two best teams coming in, I would say. But yeah, Laconia looks like a team that could possibly run the table in the flyway as long as they, play like they can.
And there is Drew Gunnick, and Gunnick will put up a shot from the baseline. Doesn't get it to go. A foul is called though. How about the story? Staying around this area. If you go 10 miles to the west of here, you'll get to Ripon. And the Ripon Tigers, #1 team in Division 3 in the state. But how about the story on a Luke Lowy?
Yeah.
The transfer from Ripon to Fond du Lac, was involved in a car crash, an automobile accident, and has come on for the Fond du Lac Cardinals and is playing regular minutes for Fondy.
Yeah, and talking to him, some doctors didn't even know if he'd play at all this year. So for him to come in and play very well, and now the Cardinals are playing very well since his return. I mean, it's a great story.
Yep. Ledgers control. Gerard Stegbauer working his way from the near side corner. Gives it up to Ottery with 6:25 left to go. Christensen will now touch on the right wing, and he'll feed Austin. Austin to Mitch Wagner. Top to Christensen. Ball fake one way. Gerard Stegbauer will touch now. Gerard flips it over to Christensen. Christensen now inside the paint. He'll feed Ottery. Nobody home, though. It goes out of bounds off of Laconia. Ball was tipped. Springs 8-2. Laconia 9-0. Laconia holds on. They'll have a one-game lead over these Ledgers in the Flyaway Conference. Gerard Stegbauer. Nice pass down low. Stegbauer with his first bucket of the basketball game. 5:50 left to play, 55-44. Laconia with the lead. Jalen Mahone step back long two. Swish. Just says thank you very much. He's had a pretty good second half.
Yeah, and it seems like any time Springs has been able to, cut the deficit even a bit, Laconia will answer right away.
And there is Zach Austin throws up a shot in the middle of the paint. No good. Rebound taken by Reed Gunnick. Gunnick hands off Mahone. Mahone, Grotti. Grotti off the screen from Zickert. Whips it over to Mahone. Mahone top of the key. Working between the windows. Now looks for Drew Gunnick on the right wing extended. Drew inside the paint. Runs into a wall. Tries to hand it off to Zickert. Intercepted by the Ledgers. Ledgers coming back the other way with it with 5 to play here. And Ledgers, Cade Christensen inside the paint. Got stripped. No call. Out of bounds. Off of Laconia. Ledgers basketball. Bauer and Scheffner both come back in for Springs. With 4:51 left to play, 57-44. And they're going to look down low now to Ottery. Ottery can't find a shot. Gives it up to Stegbauer. Stegbauer now he's going to look inside. Down low to Ottery. Good ball movement by Springs and a timeout taken. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll come back after this on 95 and 96.1 The Rock.
At Summit Automotive, we treat you like family.
We're right here off Highway 41 in Fond du Lac.
And we have one of the largest selections of vehicles.
That's right, over 400 to choose from.
At Summit Automotive.
New Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Rams.
And one of the largest used car and truck selections.
That means you can drive one home today.
We'll give you our best deals.
Our best service.
Our best value.
You have our word on it.
Hablamos español.
Come see us. We'll go
the extra mile for you.
At Summit Automotive, Fond du Lac.
Springs trailing 57-46 on your Ignesian Bone and Joint House scoreboard. A final from Berlin as Waupun beats Berlin 66-35. That's a final. The Indians can shoot the basketball, but not tonight, apparently, on their home gym.
Apparently.
The JV for Springs won 55-33. Earlier tonight as well. 4:39 to go in this one, 57-46. Springs putting on a lot of pressure here. You got to do that, Sam?
Yeah,
probably.
I 4 minutes left, down by 11. I kind of thought it might come even a little earlier than this.
Mahone whips it over to Grotti. Grotti gets it tipped around as he goes up for a shot, but Laconia there to bail out and get the basketball back with 4:20 left to go. Gunnick holding on to the basketball now on the left-hand side. Mahone will touch. Jalen Mahone goes over to Grotti. Grotti back to Gunnick. Very talented bunch of ball handlers here for this Laconia team. They are good. Here's Grotti. Grotti hands off to Gunnick. Gunnick now will back it up to Grotti with 3:55 left to play. Just playing keep away right now.
Perfectly content taking 45 seconds off the clock.
And they get a double team, but it's tipped around, and the Ledgers try to dive for it, try to get it back, and jump ball is the call. Possession arrow is going to stay with Laconia. Good effort by both teams to try to get that basketball. Who do you got Sunday, Sam? Green Bay? Dallas?
I kind of have a feeling, like I'm going to sound like a homer, I kind of have a feeling Green Bay is going to win. I don't know. I wouldn't put money on it, certainly, but I just have a feeling.
Dallas got the better record, but Green Bay's got the hottest quarterback.
They do, and when Aaron Rodgers is playing like he can, no one can stop him.
Yep. Drew Gunnick threads the needle and powers through a double team and got it to go. And there is Springs on the other end. And there's Blake Ottery, yep. And Ottery's got 10 tonight, 3:09 left to play, 59-48. And a foul near the half-court stripe. And that's going to put Jalen Mahone at the free throw line. And Mitch Wagner with the guilty party right there. Next game for Springs is on Saturday, where they take on Oakfield at home. And on Friday, the 20th of next week, Laconia doesn't play till then. With regards to conference, they have a game against North Fond du Lac. Now that makeup game for Waupun, that'll be on the way the 24th. So circle that one down. That's 2 weeks, a couple weeks there.
Yeah, it's going to be a big game.
Week and a half. Slapped by Grotti. And Grotti's going to take it the other distance and go in. And the foul is there. Grotti scoring for Springs, or for Laconia, I should say. 63-48, 15-point cushion. 2:49 left to play.
I'm not sure Springs will be able to come back. They would have to force quite a few turnovers and hope for quite a few misses at the free throw line.
And that one is no good by Grotti. Cannot convert the three-point play. Clay Scheffner gets it, take it away, but gathers it back. And it's going to go out of bounds off of Laconia. Springs basketball. Cade Christensen comes back in for Springs. Learning experience here for the Ledgers. What do you come away with this one,
yeah,
Sam?
I mean they played hard. They just didn't shoot the ball very well, and they don't shoot very well. It's just one of those nights.
And there's Clay Scheffner. Scheffner takes it in and scores. Timeout on the court. We'll take a timeout as well. We're coming back after this on 95 and 96.1 The Rock.
30-second timeout taken by the Legends.
(63-50), 2:34 left to play in this one on your Ignesian Bone and Joint House scoreboard. Coming up, your post-game show. And we'll run through some final statistics and final thoughts with this one. Corneli's Convenience Store sponsoring our play of the game that's on the way. And we'll get our post-game show from AirTech as well. 2:25 left to go. Mahone whips it across court to Gunnick, back to Mahone. Mahone back to Gunnick. 13-point cushion. They're just passing it around, and that one goes out of bounds. And Kyle Krieger not giving up yet, down by 13, 2:13 left to play. You get a quick shot down here, Sam, or you look for a good one?
Yeah, I mean, well, down 13, they almost have to get a quick shot. But
and there's Christensen who will try to connect. No. Rebound taken by Laconia. They're going to go ahead. Here's Reed. Gunnick got close to the rim to slam it, but just threw it in.
Yeah, I think he kind of wanted to slam it, but he kind of pulled back.
Yep. Foul's called on the floor. And a 1-and-1 bonus now coming up here for Springs. And Blake Bauer to the free throw line. 65-50. Laconia with the lead. Ignesian Bone and Joint House scoreboard. Again, hockey is coming at you on Saturday afternoon. I think that's a 1 o'clock face-off at the blue line. U School and Springs.
Springs is playing well this year for hockey. Last year they really struggled. This year they're playing good.
Yep. And Fondy trying to turn it around right now. They've struggled as of late.
Yep.
And Blake Bauer cannot connect. Down low. Foul is called, and that's going to put Laconia at the free throw line. Lead is 14 for the Spartans. Drew Gunnick and Jalen Mahone named first team all-conference honors a year ago. That was with Isaiah Kilgus of Omro, Travis Pomplin of Omro, Mitch McFarland of WLA, and Kurt Miller of Springs. Luke Borgart for Laconia, he was actually named to the second team all-conference last year. And Jalen Mahone jumped the gun. Free throw does not count. 65-51. And there's, with 1:35 left to play, Ledger's back at it here, and they throw it away. And Grotti got fouled by Bauer. Little reach around there by Blake. We'll put Grotti at the free throw line. And with the 92 seconds left to play, this one's all but over with.
Yeah, all the bench warmers are coming in for Springs right now. So, yeah, I think Kyle's throwing in the towel.
Balance, depth, and athleticism are some strong suits to Springs. You know, if you shoot the ball well, you can throw up 70, 80, 90 points. If you don't, you put up 51.
Yeah. I mean, that's just kind of how it goes. I'm not sure it was anything necessarily that Laconia did defensively. I'm sure there were some things that did frustrate them a bit, but, you know, in the end, they just couldn't make some of the open shots that were presented to them.
Shot on the way from Grotti is up, and that one is no good. He connects on 1 of 2 from the line, but Laconia gets the basketball back. Do you think that Tom King feels a little bit better about where they're at after tonight?
I got to think so, at least, you know, within conference play. I mean, he knows now that, you know, they are a team that can beat anybody in conference.
Gunnick in there.
But certainly this isn't a team that just is going to be satisfied with the conference title.
Zach Gilgenbach is in there with Zach Austin as well. Andrew Peterson seeing some action tonight. Christian McGalloway is in there as well. And number 44, Alex Hepner, comes in. And on the other end goes Grotti. And Laconia will empty their bench as well with 40 seconds left to play. 38 seconds left to play. And that one's a foul called. And they'll empty the bench right now. 70-51. And shooting at the free throw line is number 23 and Zach Gilgenbach. Nice applause for the starters coming off for Laconia. Did a nice job here tonight. We'll total their points up and give them to you in the postgame show. Reed Gunnick is still in there. Grieve is in there now. Nate Zickert comes in. Cormac Madigan is in as well. And Mitchell Huff comes in for Laconia. That one is good by Gilgenbach. 30 seconds to play. The lead is up to 17 for Laconia. Zickert touching it now with 23 seconds left to play. Laconia's Mitchell Huff controlling now. And Reed Gunnick will touch with 15 seconds left to go. There's Mitchell Huff. Laconia gonna cut him away with a victory here tonight. Zach Austin, and that one is going to be dribbled out by Springs. Long three at the horn, got it to go. And McGalloway drills a three-point bucket to make it more respectable there. Your final count is 70 56. The Laconia Spartans get the win in the Flyweight Conference here tonight. Laconia's record now 10-0. Springs, they dropped to 8-3 in their first blemish in the Flyweight Conference. They're at 4-1. Laconia 5-0 in the conference. We'd like to thank our video stream viewers here tonight. We'll now break our video stream coverage, continue our post-game show on the radio side. This is high school basketball on 95 and 96.1 The Rock.